Welcome to another Meeples and Milkshakes Board Game Cafe unboxing video. I'm Jim. We have a whole bunch of stuff to unbox tonight, including Cobble Hill puzzles for the first time. We have finally been able to get a whole bunch of puzzles, and we're going to start with a floor display. So let's take a look at this fun thing. You guys have been in the cafe, you've probably seen the exit floor display that we have where all our exit games are stored. Well, this is a similar thing, and it's for storing all of the puzzles that we just got. That's what we're about to unbox next. So we're going to put this together, and well, it's already partially put together, and so you can see here where the puzzles are going to go in. Take that out. So let's go right on to the puzzles. So we have 20 different puzzles coming, 2 of each, and I actually don't even know which 20. I asked the distributor, she's an expert in the Cobble Hill line, so I asked her to pack up 20 nice ones for us, and so it does look like there's some pretty nice ones in here. This one is called Candy Shelf, and it says on the box there, random cut, so that's pretty neat. So here is, like I said, there's going to be 2 of everything, so I'll skip, half of them. And we have photography and cameras through the ages. That's a nice one. Bunch of different cameras. Then we have, oh, it says poster included too. That's nice on this one. Backyard banquet. So we have some birds dining at a birdhouse. Wow, these are nice. This one's called We're All Mad Here. This is an Alice in Wonderland themed puzzle. 1,000-piece puzzle. These are all, well, I think there's a couple 2,000-piece puzzles coming, I'm hoping. But otherwise, they're all going to be 1,000-piece puzzles. Wow. Photograph or a painting? It's hard for me to tell. But this is called Great Horned Owl. Very nice nature scene. That looks like a lot of fun as a puzzle with all the nature stuff in the back. All those patterns would be quite a challenge to put together. This one is called Chopper, for obvious reasons. Really nice motorbike. This is called Timepieces. Again, very aptly named. A lot of clocks and watches there. Shane would love this one, holy cow. Abby's Dragon is up next. Beautiful dragon design, blue dragon. Skating Party, that's a nice, looks like a Canadian scene there. Skating outside on the pond. Another nature scene. Oh, this is a vertical one. Ringtail Raiders, featuring raccoons. Hot sauce. So if you like hot ones maybe on YouTube, you might enjoy this one. Lots of hot sauces. That looks like a very nice, colorful one. And for you train lovers, we have Smoky Train. It's a beautiful, beautiful autumn scene with the locomotive and some passenger cars and the caboose. We have some games in here too. So here is Unicorn. Very pretty unicorn poster. Oh, there's a rainbow and butterflies and cherry tree and all that nice stuff in there. Here we have Big Red with a big truck engine there. What's this one called? Amsterdam Canal. Ooh. Maybe I can entice my mom to get that one. She would like that. Amsterdam Canal. Cabin Porch. Nice pupper there. Good boy for sure. Very colorful. What is this? This is Doughnuts. Very beautiful, colorful poster. There we go. Doughnuts. Next up, we have some board games interspersed. I think there's another box of puzzles, but This one is special ordered. There's one more copy that's either going to go in the cafe or on the shelf. This is a 2 to 4 player game, ages 7 to adult, called Battle Sheep. And you can see, oh, sounds cool. There's some nice pieces in there that make some noise. There it says, lead your sheep into battle and fence out the rivaling herds, conquer the most pastures to win this fast-moving game of strategy for the whole family. I haven't played this, but I ordered it in because it was special ordered, and it looked like a nice game to bring in. As you know, I've been saying I want to bring in lots of games that are good for kids, and this is ages 7 to adults, so brought one in to put in our kids game section. So there we go, Battle Sheep, Flock to Greener Pastures. And we brought in Doodle Dice before as a special order, and we brought in extra copies, and they sold like right away. I've not played this, but it looks really fun. Doodle Dice, create a doodle with a few rolls of the Doodle Dice. Let's see what's going on there. Looks like a fun game from the makers of Sequence. So, one more of those in at least. There might be more in the other box. We'll see when we get to it. And here we have some more puzzles. We have The Nature of Books. Whole bunch of books on this one. Very neat. Next up, what is this one called? Floral Objects. Yep, we have a radio, a camera, a phonograph, and a typewriter. Some olden time pictures or technology with some nice flower pictures. And then our last one is called Greetings from Canada, which is cool. It has 4, 8, 11, 13, I guess that would be the 10 provinces and the 3 territories all represented here in this one. Very nice. This is, I think they're all, are they all random cut? I don't know if they're all random cut, but a lot of them are saying random cut. So thank you, Outset Media, for being able to provide us with some Cobble Hill puzzles finally. Better late than never. They also are providing these games that we've opened so far, including another copy of Doodle Dice and more copies of Taco Cat Goat Cheese Pizza, a game I have not played yet, but we brought this in special order, brought in an extra copy or 2, and they sold right away. Then we brought in more, thought, oh, okay, see, people actually like this, they sold again right away. So now I brought in a bunch. If we don't have this in the library, we should definitely put this in the library because it seems like a popular game. Haven't played it, but it is a 2 to 8 player game that takes 10 minutes, ages 8 and up. Has some cute art. Looks pretty straightforward to me. Cute and probably pretty fun. It says this addictive game is as unique as its name. So there's that. And then this one, Outset wanted to tell me about their educational products. So this is an educational game, Professor Noggin, card game number 19, Geography of Canada. Professor Noggin explores this vast nation from sea to sea to sea, learn about the provinces and territories, cities and towns, and the natural wonders that make Canada great. So if you are a education customer and you're looking for some educational things, there's a huge assortment I can get from Outset Media. They have sent me right here, this is a catalog. Let's open it up and look at it very briefly. This huge catalog from Outset of all the games and puzzles they sell, including, well, the Fat Brain toys, Mindware. Well, there's a bunch of educational stuff in here. I have to go through it, but this is the nicest catalog I've received from any of the distributors. So very cool. Their headquarters are in Victoria, actually very close to where I used to live in Victoria. So that's pretty neat. And thanks for sending me this. I'll be going through it and learning more about their stuff and maybe bringing some more in, especially the educational stuff. All right, so that's all the puzzles. We just put them in the display. Let's take a quick look at the display. We haven't even put the display in its proper spot yet in the store, but there it is. So this is going to be somewhere easy to find. We've got 16 of the 18 puzzles that we opened. I thought there were 20, but there's only 18 different puzzles. So there they are, very nice again. And next up, we're going to open some puzzle supplies, and you'll see what that is right now. we've had some requests for these, which is good because we anticipated people wanting them. And we want them ourselves because we have some puzzles that we've been waiting a long time to do. We do not have room to do them in our place right now. But if we had one of these, we could. This is a puzzle roll. It comes in a like a poster roll container. You can see there. These are very affordable. Quote me, but I think they were $15 when we had them before. These things, 15 bucks, yeah, which is a really good price for what the quality here. Some of them only come with a mat, but this comes with the mat and the roll, like the tube. So that's really cool. This fits a 1,000-piece puzzle, and we have 8 of them. And so once the couple are already spoken for, we'll have a few left, and we're going to have them here in the store. We will not be mailing these out, so these will not be found on our website. They will only be in store, and the reason for that is these things cost a fortune to mail out, and just cannot justify mailing them out. We would definitely lose money mailing those out, unfortunately, so they're only going to be available in store. Now on to the board games. That's it for the puzzle portion of the video. First box comes from Asmodee, who have sent us some Ticket to Ride expansions. This is the first one. There's a number in some other boxes. This is the Heart of Africa. I did some research on what some of the more popular and highly rated Ticket to Ride expansions were, and brought a few of those in. So there's Africa. We were out of Cities and Knights. I think we were out of, yeah, Cities and Knights 5 to 6 player expansion. So there's a couple more of those. This is the 5 to 6 player extension, sorry, not expansion, for the Cities and Knights expansion. Oh, I cannot say that properly. My First Carcassonne, another one of those. This is the kids version of Carcassonne for ages 4 and up, a much simplified version of the tile laying game. And then finally, some more copies of Unlock Star Wars. There are 3 different escape room scenarios in this box, all Star Wars themed. We have Rebels, Smugglers, and Imperial Agents in this one. And then a while ago, we unboxed a copy of Lewis and Clark. It turned out that was our demo copy, and now we're finally getting the actual copies that we have for sale. So for the first time, we have Lewis and Clark: The Expedition. This is a recent reprint. This is a fantastic game. It's a bit of a race game, resource management game, worker placement game, deck building game, definitely, hand management game. Really beautiful art by Vincent Dutray. It's a historically accurate game. There's a whole section on the history of the Lewis and Clark expedition and the people around it. Not just the explorers, but also the Aboriginals as well. Really neat game. I've played this a number of times. It's a heck of a lot of fun. It's very difficult. I'm not sure if I've ever won, to be honest, but I don't really care. It's just a really, really good game. One of my favorites, honestly. Definitely the favorite of one of our friends, and she generally wins every time, so you're really playing for second if you're playing with her. That's Lewis and Clark. Oh boy. All right, Whistle Mountain has been a very popular game in the last couple of months. Happy to have some more of those in. I think one of these is already spoken for, but either way, there's at least a couple of copies available. That is the follow-up to Whistle Stop by Bezier Games. Now, I do not have Twilight Imperium. I wish I did, but I don't. This is the expansion. Wow, this is the expansion for Twilight Imperium that adds components for 2 additional players. Of course, it does require Twilight Imperium to play. We have had that on back order for a long time and haven't been able to get it, unfortunately. But if you have TI4, then you may like to have this Prophecy of Kings expansion. All kinds of goodies in here. Take a look at that. Expansion designed by Dane Beltrami. Very cool. So, funny story about this box. it was delivered to us on Monday. Well, not delivered to us. It was delivered on Monday. We're not open on Monday. And so I was a little bit concerned because the tracking information said it was delivered to Steve. Nobody here who works here is named Steve, and we're not open on Monday. So I was very concerned about this box. I called UPS, they wouldn't tell me what happened. I called them again later in the day, and somebody decided to tell me it was delivered to Kohl's in the mall. So I went to the mall and they gave me this box. This comes from Osprey Publishing in the UK. They've sent letterpress. This is a card game. What does it say? A clever game of words. Playable by up to 6 players with solo rules pitting you against the industrious rotary printer. You will construct words, complete challenges, and collect rewards in this clever game of words. Compete with your rival wordsmiths to craft the most impressive words and win the first pick of letters to add to your collection. Choose wisely, for your opponents will claim any letters you leave behind, and the player who uses their collection to the greatest effect will spell victory. There we go. We have 2 copies of this. Neither of them are claimed, so if you're interested in letterpress, you'll be able to find it on our website and in store. Additionally, 2 copies of Undaunted North Africa, which have been completely sold out at our distributors, but I was able to find it from them directly. So very excited to have that game back in stock finally. All right, first up we have some special orders. Bang, the dice game. I just have the 1 copy of this, and this is spoken for already. I have not played Bang, the dice game. I have played the regular Bang game a long time ago, but I can't really speak to this one. But if you're interested in Bang or Bang, the dice game, I can get that for you. Another special order game we have had on the website, and it's sold out over the Boxing Day period, was Dawn of the Peacemakers, and somebody else was sad they missed it, so they had me special order it for them. Not Dawn of the Peacemakers, it's just Dawn of Peacemakers. A cooperative story-driven gaming experience. Has some nice minis, nice map, nice cards, nice art by Snowdale Design. A cooperative story-driven gaming experience for 1 to 4 players. Next up we have a restock of the Quacks expansion. Did we still have it? No, we were out of that. We're out of the base game as well. Oh, upside down. The back and the front are not in the same orientation, so we're out of the base game. We're waiting for that to come back in, but here's the expansion. This makes it a 5-player game. This is of course an expansion for Quacks Quedlinburg, which was the Kennerspiel de Jahr winner in 2018. Then we have some more copies of Sushi Go Party, the great party version. Plays 8 players instead of 5 of Sushi Go. And finally a restock of Silver and Gold, which is a great 2 to 4 player game that plays very quickly, that we are very fond of here. Talked to a lot of people about over the holidays especially. Highly recommend this if you want a quick game that's easy to teach and fun. Even if you're a hobbyist gamer, you'll enjoy this very quick game. Comes with dry erase markers you write directly on the card. It's a flip and write game basically, and you're trying to complete the cards as fast as you can by filling in the shapes on the cards with X's and scoring all the bonusing and chaining and all that fun stuff that happens along the way. Very good game. Another copy of the Herb Witches. And remember I said we would finally be getting some nice chess sets in January. Well, we did already a little while ago, maybe at the end of December, and now here's another classic handcrafted solid wood set, chess. We have 2 of these, and we have 1 left of the Wood Expressions one that we opened last time. So finally we're getting some chess sets in, and I think there's even more coming later in the month, but who knows how long these will last. One of our 2 copies, the other one is already gone. Not surprised. Next up we have some Keyforge Age of Ascension 2-player starter sets. Some among you might know where we got these from over the holiday period. Happy to have gotten some of these for ourselves. We're also going to open up a bunch of boxes of Keyforge decks that are going to be available very inexpensively here, which makes us very happy because we love Keyforge here at Meeples and Milkshakes. And so there's a whole case and even more coming of these awesome 2-player starter sets. It comes with 2 random decks and some paper playmats and all the tokens you need to play, and of course rules for the game, which is nice because if you just buy an individual deck, you don't get the rules. Choo choo! Finally, we foolishly did not order enough Ticket to Ride for the holidays, and we ran out. And now we have more. We will not be running out again, if I can say anything about that. So, a bunch of Ticket to Ride finally here, and that makes me very happy. Makes me very, very happy. Very, very fun game, a great gateway game, one that we still play to this day. It plays up to 5 players, and it plays great even at 2, 3, or 4. Really easy to learn and pretty quick to play as well. Highly recommend this if you've never played it. Even if you somehow, maybe you're a serious hobby gamer and you just somehow never played Ticket to Ride, it's very popular for a reason. It's a very good game, and it's definitely good to have as a gateway game to bring your friends into the fold who aren't currently game hobbyists. Maybe they play this and some other gateway games and they decide to get involved as well. So that's Alan Moon's Ticket to Ride. Here we have a Kickstarter. Oh boy, I'm very excited about this. I initially backed this as just a regular pledge when it first came out. This was well before, if I remember correctly, well before we even decided to open the cafe. And then when they were, saying, oh, we need people to finish off their pledges and stuff, this was at the point we had decided to open the cafe, and I thought, hey, we should actually back this as a retailer and get a bunch of copies for the store, because I know not a lot of people are going to have this, and looks like an awesome game. So this is it our first? No, it's not our first. Slipstrike, I think, might have been our first Kickstarter, but one of our first Kickstarters to come in. 7 Bridges is a stroll and write game. So it's a roll and write game. It has these very nice custom wooden dice and a scoring sheet. And it says here, come explore the European city of Königsberg and learn about the 18th century puzzle that made its bridges famous. There is some cool math stuff that has to do with bridges in Königsberg. And back when I was in university, I could have told you all about that, but I've since forgotten. That's why I was so keen on this, as well as the fact that I love roll and write games. And so we have a bunch of these, and they're all going to go available for sale. We'll definitely have one in the cafe. I still want the copy that I ordered for us to try out and enjoy, and for other people to try out and enjoy too. So that's 7 Bridges of Königsberg by Ron Halliday. Okay, this box is jam-packed, and part of why it's so heavy is that it includes Half-Truth, which is a pretty heavy game. There's a lot of cards in this box. This is the trivia game by Richard Garfield and 74-time Jeopardy winning champion Ken Jennings. It is a very, very fun trivia game. We played it over Thanksgiving and really enjoyed it. Artwork by Ian O'Toole, but honestly, it's not really an artwork-laden game, so that's just name-dropping, frankly. But yeah, he's a good artist. Basically, each card, everybody has to try to guess one correct answer. There's 6 answers on every card. 3 of them are right, 3 of them are wrong. You only need to get 1 right. But if you want, you can push your luck and try to get more. But if you do guess more than 1, you have to get all of your guesses right or you get no points. So that's the push your luck aspect of it. It's a very, very fun game, and we sold a lot of those over the holidays, and I'm glad that we're able to get some more in finally. Next up, we have the newest Mythos pack for Arkham Horror. This is the 3rd pack in the Innsmouth Conspiracy Campaign, Horror in High Gear. So, it contains 60 cards, and this is to be used with Arkham Horror the card game, which we now have back in stock. This is one of my favorite games. As I've said probably every time we unbox this, one of the games that I've played the most of in the last 2 years, that and Gloomhaven. Very, very fun game. I played at 4 players, but it's typically played at 2 players or even solo. very fun, cooperative living card game, scenario driven, and really nice art and great design by Nate French and Matthew Newman here. If you want to play it at 4 players, you do need 2 copies of the game. Fair warning, but at 1 or 2 players, 1 copy will do. Next up, we have a RZ-1A Wing Star Wars expansion. This one is a special order, and that one looks very cool. I love the paint job they do on these, and we have more people playing X-Wing here than ever, and it's a game that I wish that I could bring in more stuff, but I can definitely special order things, and I let people that I know who play this, I let them know when things come in available from the distributors so they can get them if they were interested. Next up, we have the new Marvel Champions Hero Pack. This is Wasp, which is the next pack in the sequence that started with Ant-Man. So this is Wasp. We have a bunch of these, and most of them are spoken for already because we have a ton of standing orders for Marvel Champions. If you're interested in standing orders for LCG products, just let us know. Then we have some expansions for Unstable Unicorns. We have Rainbow Apocalypse, Unicorns of Legends. We have the base game, Unstable Unicorns as well. And I think there's some others that are coming up, maybe in the next box or maybe somewhere else in here. There's another copy of Half-Truth, another copy of Arkham Horror. They did an amazing job packing this box so tight, that's why it's so heavy. Another copy of Half-Truth. Let's see. I have some copies of Sushi Go, which is a very fun drafting game for 2 to 5 players. More copies of Unstable Unicorns, and a restock of Irish Gauge. Recently sold out of this. This is a very, very fun train game that it plays very quickly. It's by Tom Russell, artwork also by Ian O'Toole. This is more representative of his amazing work. Very fun. In this game, you are going to be buying stocks in these 5 train companies, and whoever has the most stocks gets to control them and choose where to place trains. Very, very fun game. You're trying to connect the companies to as many cities as you can to increase the dividends that the company generates, increasing your profits. And at the end of the game, whoever has the most money wins. Oh, more puzzles. We have the 500-piece puzzle by Schmidt. What's this one called? We've had it before. I think it's just owls. Oh, why are these always so hard to find? Owl Collage. There we go. Aptly named Owl Collage. 2 of those. Then we have a spoiler. If you've been watching us, you remember these from before, these purple sleeve covers. These are the promos for Dune Imperium, which is coming up next. There we go. So, if you buy a copy of Dune Imperium for us, $49.95, it comes with one of these Jessica of Arrakis cards. Last time we got it, we had Lucas tell us about the game. He's very excited about it. He brought a copy home already and he's been playing it. He loves it. This is a worker placement and deck building game. Very different than the other Dune game that came out, was it this year or last year? Well, I guess it would have been last year or the year before, since it's the first week of January. Very neat game, very in high demand right now. We're very excited to be able to bring so many copies in. I think we have 9, and I think 2 of them or 3 of them are already spoken for. So yeah, there we go, Dune Imperium. There we go, there are the other 4 copies of Dune Imperium. There they are. As well as we have the rest of the copies of, oh, we have another copy of the Miskatonic Museum, the first Dunwich Legacy scenario pack from the first campaign for Arkham Horror the card game. And then, like I said, a bunch of Wasp packs. Again, most of these are spoken for. We only have a few that are left over. Even more copies of Silver and Gold, which we talked about a little while ago. Great 2 to 4 player game. And as I said, more Unstable Unicorns expansions. We have the Dragons expansion pack and the Not Safe for Work expansion pack, as well as the other ones that we opened earlier. And one copy of Bananagrams, which we had sold out of. This is a really fun, real-time, fast-paced Scrabble style game with a bunch of Scrabble-like tiles in the bag. So that's what that noise is, all the Scrabble tiles in the banana. Spread them out on the table and you're trying to make words with them as fast as you can. Very fun game. All right, so this box is all games for the cafe. These are all games we got one of just to put in the library. So first we have Awkward Guests. This is an innovative card game of mystery and deduction where each game recreates in a completely different way the night Mr. Walton was murdered. This is a 1 to 8 player game, takes 45 to 75 minutes. It says you'll never play this two similar games. There's 3,600 solutions for millions of different possible games. Download the Awkward Guests, the Walton Case app, and find an endless amount of mysteries. Looks like a lot of fun and the type of game that we like to have at the cafe. So it is a deduction card game. Next up, Ducks in Tow. This is a brand new game. And you know, we could order this into the store, but right now we've just decided to bring this in for the cafe. It's a beautiful looking game, tile laying game with nice components and art. And it's by First Fish Games and designed by Stephanie Quacks, created or illustrated by Andrew Bosley. Next up, this one looks really neat. This is Houston, We Have a Dolphin. Social deduction game for 3 to 5 intelligent life forms. I think it's German and English, this one. Social deduction for 3 players. There's no such thing on Earth. There is in space. Combine your astronaut's abilities and send them on dangerous spacewalks to repair the sabotaged spaceship, but not everyone is as human as they pretend to be. Some players secretly fight on the side of those devious dolphins. Use your panic tokens to overthrow the captain and take over power. Do you trust your friends or send them into the infinite void? A hidden identities game with a non-intrusive app to guide you and way too much panic. So you'll need to download an app onto your phone. It's free from the App Store to play this when you're here, but it looks like a lot of fun. And Houston, We Have a Dolphin. Next up, a little game called Cafe. This is maybe a little bit more of a serious game than the other ones. It says in 1713, King I'm not going to say that. I don't know, 5th, ordered Sergeant Malo de Palheta to travel to the French Guiana and secretly bring coffee seeds to sow in Brazil. In 1800, Brazil was already one of the greatest coffee producers in the world. In this game, players produce, transport, and process coffee from its origin until it gets to the most exquisite Portuguese coffee shops. Cute little game. Looks like a lot of fun. Something that I thought would be appropriate to put in the library. There we go, cafe. And then finally, partially this is because we wanted it in the library, and then partially because I wanted this, because this game looks super cool. But this is, I believe, a German copy of Switch and Signal. And so we'll have to print out the English rules, and since I don't read German, I can't really tell you too much about this right now, but it looks really nice. I like the map and the art components, looks very cool. So we're going to get this one opened up, this David Thompson game, and find some English rules to go along with this great game. And that will be in our library as well. Improvisation. Yeah, remember I said we had more of the Keyforge starter packs? Well, here they are. Four more to go along with the ones that we opened before. We have a number of boxes of cases of cards as well from the Age of Ascension. These will be available very inexpensively here, and we're excited about that because we'd love to have more people playing Keyforge, a game that all the staff here love. A very neat, unique deck card game. The last time we ordered this, it was a special order, and this time it's going to go on the site. This is Sherlock Holmes Consulting Detective, The Baker Street Irregulars. a 1-player game, ages 14 and up, 90 plus minutes. This is a standalone game in the Consulting Detective series. Very neat. I have not played these games yet, but I know the people who play them absolutely love them, and they always get the new one that comes out. And I think this is the newest one that's just come out. So very, very neat to have this finally. Then, look at that. Been waiting for that for a long time. Finally, we have more copies of Gloomhaven Jaws of the Lion. Now, we only have 5, and I think 1 or 2 are spoken for. Maybe 1, 2, can't remember. And I'm hoping we'll have more at the end of January, but this 5 will have to do for now. This is the great 1 to 4 player game that gives you 25 scenarios with the full Gloomhaven experience, but without the tedium of having to set up map tiles. Instead, you just open the book to the right page and it has the map fully ready for you to play. It's great, and one of the best values there is in gaming as far as I'm concerned for what you get in the box. And then lastly, the last thing is Gloomhaven Forgotten Circles. This is the expansion to Gloomhaven, not Gloomhaven Jaws of the Lion, but the big box Gloomhaven. So if you've finished the campaign and you want a little bit more, then this is a 20 scenario quest that adds on to Gloomhaven. It has a new playable class, the Esther Diviner, and a 68-page scenario book with 20 adventures, 7 new monster types, including 3 bosses. So you do need the full Gloomhaven to play this. There's no way you can play this without it. But if you're a Gloomhaven fan like me and James, who's behind the camera, you'll definitely want to try Forgotten Circles. And bravo if you do get to this, if that means that you've finished the whole campaign. So, Forgotten Circles. And that is it for this monster unboxing. Our table is completely full. Our puzzle display is completely full. We got a lot of work to do to sort all this stuff out, get all the special orders put aside, and get the rest up on the website. And so we're gonna work on that tonight and have it ready for tomorrow. And thanks very much for watching. Do appreciate it. Do give us the thumbs up if you enjoyed it. All that fun stuff, subscribing and sharing really helps us out. Reminder that you are allowed to come in with your family and your core bubble to play games here at the cafe. We still have our library open. We quarantine games between plays and have yummy food and drink for you to enjoy while you're here. So we would appreciate if you feel comfortable coming down to play. That'd be great. And yeah, so thanks very much. And please stay safe and be calm and kind, and look forward to seeing you again soon. Thanks. Bye.